Hi, everybody. Welcome to issue 10 of Mass Neighbourhood. The Gridlock Guardians are ready to fight crime, even if this time that means one of the Gridlock Guardians might have to arrest another one of the Gridlock Guardians. We'll see. Good fun all round. There's bound to be hijinks and superpowered animals and something like that as well. So we are playing on the gauntlet, which means we're playing under the inclusivity policy, and we've just reviewed our lines and veils and other safety tools before we come into play. That's part of our play culture. We are picking up at the back of our last issue on the cliffhanger that Paladin had being told that he had to bring in Isabella Torres because they believe Isabella Torres is Oriflame. They do not know that Isabella is the Great Ghost. That is Precinct 23. Isabella proposed to Gem. And Dynamic is about to launch their TV show. Not could go wrong. It's all good. But I think I want to pick up back in Isabella and Gem's apartment. I think Isabella had said they were going to in go in willingly, but we should pick up with Cirrus and see what Cirrus is thinking and feeling.
Yes, so thanks for clarifying. So Captain Blinsby told me to arrest Isabella Torres,
Mm-hmm.
not the Grey Ghost. So that's a little bit good room.
Yeah, they figured out probably that Isabella Torres is Oriflame, but they haven't given away the identity of the. They figured out that Isabella is also now the Grey Ghost.
Yeah, um, I think I think maybe let's frame it that we have already eaten the we were eating supper
Yeah,
lunch.
the incredibly bad spaghetti.
Yeah, yeah. I think we have finished and we are like almost at the moment where like Cyrus like takes off the handcuffs and is about to put them on you, and we're like standing very close, almost like face to face, looking into each other's eyes, and and then he's holding your hand almost to put the handcuffs on, and then he like stops. It seems like he's like really thinking about something, and he swings the handcuffs back into the holster, and he says, "It's not the right time now, you know."
When will it be the right time?
Later, not now.
There's always some. There's always some villain out there. There's always some scheme going on. I did this. I'm I'm one of the bad guys.
Yes, but this is part of someone's plan. The alderman's speech about putting our team, not even under supervision, but like completely disbanding us. This is part of the village plan. Who will protect this neighborhood when we are gone? And yeah, and Cyrus looks also at Jem, who is probably standing just next to us, and Cyrus says, "I just found I might have a sister working for the same villain that my father was working for. I don't want to lose another member of my family. I need your help. Now is not the moment. We know what happened, and I don't even want to think what I would do if I were you in that moment. But now it's not the time when we have an opportunity to save someone.
I'm
I need your help to I put a tracker on my would-be sister. We need to find her and convince her to at least talk to us, because last time she was all about killing us."
I'm I'm gonna look to Jam. What do you think we should do?
I don't think that there's really a real big dilemma here. I think that we take Cyrus up on his offer not to throw you in jail. He needs our help. When was the last time he asked us for help? Family shows up for family. This is what we do.
You're right. But I'm going to have to face the music eventually.
Yes, but I don't think it's the right time now. I was wondering maybe we should go to Mike and ask him for some advice. The situation is bad, and he had some good advice for us in the past.
I know who can help me, but I don't want to make that choice. I know someone who's a lawyer, but I've burnt that bridge. Besides which, she was there. She was a material witness.
Listen, I don't know I cannot advise you on how to play it legally. If you know someone, I think it might be the right moment. What Captain told me was to arrest Isabella Torres. They didn't say Grey Ghost. So you have a moment to, I don't know, still act without being apprehended by every policeman in the city.
I think that's the point where you hear the blues and twos outside, and people, cars, police cars starting to approach the block where you have the apartment.
All right, we need to get out of here, like now.
Do we have anything here that we need hidden?
I mean, the rest of the spaghetti?
That can probably go in the waste disposal, but do we have anything here that links us to Jem? Do you have anything here that links you to Knox?
Just the clothes off my back. Not really a material person.
Okay, because they are going to be searching this apartment.
I'm probably gonna go run to the closet and grab a little shoebox of things.
Jem, how do you want to play it? Because two of us can leave and you can stay to, answer questions and not make it into and not turn it into like a manhunt.
Well, actually, two of us can't leave because if you're seen leaving this apartment no, that can work. I go and basically I go and put on my costume. If you're seen leaving with the grey ghost, we're both hunting me.
Yes.
I'll remind you that the grey ghost costume is hanging up in the firehouse. So think again.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love when stuff like this happens. And then her face drops and she realizes, oh, Cyrus, my costume's at the firehouse.
I can probably try to shield you guys to at least initially out of the building. I don't know how far my powers can extend, but I can at least cloak you guys in some shadows or something to that extent. It's not gonna last very long, but I can try.
the two of you just disappear. I will go and tell them that there was nothing here and that to expand the search to the nearby streets and so on. And the two of you leave by the rooftops.
You okay? Okay, let's do this. We can't spend any longer actually debating this. We need to do now. I run over to Cyrus. Thank you. And I lean in and I give him a peck on the cheek. I appreciate this. I really do. Go on, let's go.
Okay, so if you're going to try and escape scene, how are you doing that? Because the police are now in the building.
I think we will see Cyrus like put up the costume, and I thought you wanna say it's like Tony Stark, like a latest model. He just like double touches something, and the costume just like gets put on him. And yeah, and we see him like a Judge Dredd, just like walking down the stairs to meet the police officers and tell them that there's nothing here, that they should like search the nearby alleys and the streets to like divert the police force somewhere else.
Let's see if they believe you through a provoke or any other playbook move that you feel is appropriate.
Yeah, I have this weird move that we have not used. When I invoke my authority over civilians, Highclone City personnel, or Precinct 23 staff. So yeah, I probably like
Roll
walk
with
down
your
the
soldier.
stairs. Yeah, so I probably like walk down the stairs, meet the sergeant, and I say, the apartment is empty. Check by nearby streets and alleys. Yeah, let's put it to a roll. Roll plus soldier plus 2. Looks like a 13. So a 10 plus. On a hit, your ward scar weight.
Yep. So a 10, they listen and they agree your order, and it's like, yes, sir, Paladin, sir. And the cops are don't well they'll start putting police line over the apartment. Some of them will go in clearing the conditions, so clearing the apartment and checking it's safe is the first thing, but elsewhere that gives it gives Isabella and Jem the space and time to escape. But this is already all over the news dynamic. Juanita is sort of standing looking at the big screen and that your launch party, which I think by this point people have sort of moved people away from here and sit down and saying like, Jesus, dynamic, what the hell is going on? Did you know about this?
No idea.
Did the rest of your team know about this?
I didn't even know who Horrorflame was.
This is...
I thought she just retired after all that fuss, but Izzy, huh?
Look, we've got to... I'm not going to do the media thing, right? This is something you're going to have to sort, because if this gets exposed that you were connected to these people and you knew what was going on, your career's over.
Oh, I mean, it's well established that I am connected to these people, right? Because we were, look, I'm sure, Precinct 23's favorite blue-eyed boy will get it all sorted by the end of the night anyways. That's what we pay cops for, right?
This always happens when I get involved with damn superheroes. You always one...
Oh, who else have you been involved with? Do tell.
says, shakes her head and says, "It's a long time ago. Doesn't matter."
I actually don't really know how to play it much as dynamic because I feel as though it's such a messy situation. There's not much to be done, and even in terms of other than just throwing Izzy under the bus entirely.
Well, I was going to give you a get out with an escalation elsewhere. Give you not quite a B plot, but whilst they're doing
Yeah.
that drama, there's other things.
Yeah.
So don't worry too much about
Mm.
how you want to get involved.
Well, I think that very genuinely it is a dynamic in over his head, and for once at a loss for words. Perhaps like just even like I just need a moment and like finally stop glad handing people and being the life and soul of the party, and more just locking himself in a room and texting what the fuck.
Yeah. So you say you lock yourself in the yeah. Ready to say,
Yeah.
look, I'm
And
going to
it's
try
like the
and
mask comes off, no
yeah.
more smiles and big energy and stuff.
She says, like, I'm going to try and clear as much as I can of this up, right? But keep out of the media for a little while.
Well, you know me.
Profile. Everyone is going to ask you questions.
Listen, you know me, I don't like to make it, I like to keep a low profile anyways, so it'll be fine.
And yeah, Juanita leaves and shuts the door. And what room are you in? What does it look like?
I think it used to be the like the fire chief's office.
Mm-hmm.
And it is it's got like a cot and like it's now like a sort of like makeshift bedroom kind of thing, like / wardrobe. And I think Dynamic actually takes off his costume and starts to just put on civvies for the first time, trying to sneak out the back of the building without anyone seeing.
You're just sort of pulling your clothes on. You can sort of smell something which is like a strong perfume in the air, and then you hear someone say, "Well, you work out."
Turn around with a smile. Autographs are $5 a pop. And special access, well, I haven't quite gone the OnlyFans route yet.
You see the red hooded form of the Scarlet Lady standing in the window, looking at you, going, "Oh, don't worry, it's not your autograph I'm after. It's more your number, which I think we've got. Trouble in Paradise dynamic."
How is the Scarlet Lady outside the window? Like, is she flying? Is she?
Oh, so she's standing in the window, so she's in the
In the
room.
window, like
Yeah.
crouched in the like Batman in the thing kind of style. Yeah. After we cleaned up the families, knew there was some trash still lying around.
Oh, you say such hurtful things.
Yeah. I mean, what did you want to talk about? It seems as though you've been sending your goons. Do you usually send other people to do your talking for you?
One-time deal, special offer from me to you. You can carry on doing your little superhero gig around town, but the rest of your little merry band, they need to move on to pastures green. You're not playing with rival little gangsters anymore. You're playing with me.
And he smiles and then says, "Well, game on then." And you know, you don't get an opportunity like the supervillain trying to gloat at you when you're. And as far as I've seen, it's not like it's Darkseid or something, you know. It's worth a shot. So I would like to. I think like there's a metal railing that goes around like the corner, like the curtain pole maybe
Mhm.
across the thing, and Dynamic like just twists his hand and it comes wrenching off the thing, like, you know, trying to grab her basically in the pole.
Unleash your powers then, if you wouldn't mind, to reshape your environment.
Yeah. Should really always put my freak up a bit more than I do. Sorry, just getting the roll for your party up. Accidentally close the tab. There we go. Oof. It's a 4.
The
Oh,
oh,
well, I suppose. No, I never, you know, sometimes it's that grey area between directly engaging a threat and unleashing your powers.
so unleashing your power. Sorry, this would be
Yeah.
because you're reshaping the environment.
Yeah. Even though I, you know, in like comic booky terms, it's fight. You know what I mean? It's just that sort of thing. I'm fine with them releasing your powers and they fail. Sorry, just meta for a moment.
Cool. So the girder sort of tries to wrap around, and it sort of goes straight through her, and there's a sort of a like it's sort of, and there's a sort of fritz of light as it sort of jags through her. It says, "Oh, you didn't think I'd come to see you face to face, did you? I mean, it's not like you're someone like the Titans or the Vanguard. You're not that really much worth my time." And she's telling you who you are.
Yeah, sure.
Are you reject? I presume you're going to reject.
Yeah,
the
of course.
influence.
I'm going to reject that one. Yeah. I'm going to reject someone's influence just with a flat roll.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
So when you reject someone's influence on 7 to 9, you can take additional mark potential, shift one label up, or cancel their influence. And take +1 forward against them.
I will mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think how would I even act to prove them wrong? I think I just smile and say, "Yeah, I'm beneath your time. Looks like I'm. You don't even dare be in the same room as me."
Sounds like you're trying to provoke her.
Yeah. You saw what happened to beat down, and now you're running scared. I get a 7 on provoke.
So,
Which is
so 7 to 9, I can choose one. They stumble,
yes.
they err, or you overact and gain influence over them. She says, "My agents are everywhere. Sin's reach is without parallel." How? Oh, is Will gone? Yes. Oh,
Yeah, he vanished. I don't
oh,
know.
he disappeared. Oh, you're back with us, Dynamic. Sorry, you dropped for a second.
Sorry. I don't know what happened. My Zoom just closed off the second you said Sin's Reach, and then it just all shut down by itself.
Yeah, it's so awesome, right? I was able to cut you out of the game and destroy your access to Zoom.
Yeah.
Special move. Boots player from game. Make cry. Right. But no, she says, "My reach and my plans are endless. How is Florida? Parents well?"
Yeah. If you're looking to retire, I can think of somewhere a lot closer.
She says, "If you're so sure you can stop me, I think it's time for us to up the ante. And she points over and looks at the TV and goes, "Oh, look, your littlest cub is about to step onto the world stage. I hope nothing gets involved. Bye for now, Dynamic." And outside the hospital, we can see Lux sort of out in front of the cameras.
Yeah, and I think that's the point where Dynamic swears and just jumps straight out of that window.
Still with
like,
his shirt off, not in
yeah,
superhero
yeah.
costume.
Nox is gonna kill. Is gonna kill me if anything happens to her.
Cool. Let's switch back to Paladin. Inspector Billinsby is in the in Isabella and Jem's apartment with you, Paladin. She says, "Damn it! How did they get out?"
Paladin looks. Oh, so I wonder, does she know that does she know that Jem lives here, or does she know that Nox lives here, or does she only what is like officially known about this apartment? Who is registered to be living here?
Well, I imagine Isabella and Jem are known in the apartment, but she's got no reason to believe that Jem is anything other than
Yeah.
Jem Barges.
Yeah, yeah. Paladin says, I don't know. The Jim Barges isn't here, and Isabella Torres also doesn't seem to be here. Maybe she got the wind of it, you know. And I point at the TV and say, uh, "It's for like an hour all over the TV, and it was before there, and it was there a moment after you contacted me, so they had some time to escape."
If we could just get one goddamn arrest warrant out without a media leak, this would make things a hell of a lot easier around here.
Yeah, can you tell me, Inspector, what happened? Where is this like accusation? Where are this new evidence coming from?
She steps out onto the fire escape and lights a cigarette, and then looks over to Paladin. Isabella Torres went to she didn't say your house because you're obviously going to see.
Mhm.
So she says Sarah's Kilgore's house tonight, and confessed to your stepmother. Or confessed, sorry, she's not saying you're right. She's not outing your super identity. Confessed on camera to Sarah's Kilgore's stepmother. Apparently, Cyrus and Alan put in increased security after what happened with Zach Kilgore. Hasn't been tampered with, hasn't been edited. We've had the best people check it through. Isabella Torres has got to come in and answer for this.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open, Inspector. In the meantime, what is it about Alderman initiative? He wants to ban me from the police force?
I'm going to speak to the mayor. I've got the mayor's backing on what we're doing here, Paladin. But you've got to be honest to me, Paladin, and you've got to do your duty. When you decided to put up on that, take that badge, your duty and that responsibility is more important in service to the city than loyalty to your friends. I think you get that, don't you? And she's telling you who you are.
Uh, hmm, 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 hmm. I'm thinking because right now I definitely not need her messing with my affairs. Yeah, I guess I guess I want to reject her influence. Although, do you have to do it verbally?
Depends how you roll.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
choices, right? So why don't you try to reject her influence?
Exactly. Do I get some cool conditions for this?
Yeah.
No.
So no, not for reject influence is a straight.
I'm rolling hot. It's an 11. I never managed to refuse influence so well.
Everything's coming up, Paladin. So on a hit, you successfully hold to yourself and tune them out, and you get to choose two from the list under influence, which is declare a conditional mark potential, shift label up and down, cancel influence, and take +1 forward against them.
I think immediately acting to prove them wrong. Yeah, I guess I look at the inspector and I say, I accepted the badge and I made a vow to protect the people of the city. And this vow is more important than loyalty to some institution. It's a little bit of twist what she said, because she said to be loyal to the institution, and I said to be loyal to the vow. Do you think it's enough to prove them wrong? Or would you like something drastically? Because I think she can pick up off. Or do you want this to be more drastic?
I think she wants a bit more reassurance than that. She says, I think she says, I'm not playing word games with you, Paladin. This is what it means to defend the law and not be a vigilante. Isabella Torres is accused of over 40 counts of murder. And if you're going to wear that badge and you're going to work for me,
I have no doubt that she is accused and that she will. We will catch her one day, and she will answer for what she has done. But this right here, this evidence coming up right now, it's a plan. It's a plan against the superhero team protecting this neighborhood. And if we are gone, there's nothing stopping the villains from taking over. Just think of it. What would happen if the Greenlock Guardians weren't here during the blackout? As much as I would like to say that the police would handle the situation, we both know they wouldn't. So
there's
I gotta do what
vigilantism that I can accept. There's vigilantism I can't, Paladin. If you think this evidence is a plant, you might be better connected than I am. You got 24 hours to prove this evidence doesn't match up, or we bring her in. And if you're not going to be part of that, then you're not the man I thought you were.
Mm. Yeah, so I'm clearing a condition and shifting up labels.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, and then we probably see and I say, well, I better use this time good, and I jump off from the balcony from the fire escape to the next building and go to meet my team.
Dun, dun, dun. But where did Izzy and Nox go after this?
I think we were heading to the. Well, I need to check this with Laura, but I think we were heading to the firehouse to actually get my costume.
Sounds reasonable. I think that Jem might bring up that that we should probably be careful though, because would Oriflame hang out at the firehouse, or I don't know.
Well, Izzy has been seen around the firehouse. Do you want to go in and get it on your own then, and I can meet you later?
Yeah, why don't you hide yourself out here. Where is it?
It's up in the changing rooms. In my next to my locker.
All right. Stay safe. I'll
Oh, one thing. Um, she'll lean in and hug you. Thank you. You
For
don't have
what?
you don't have to do this.
Have to. Why? I want to do this. This is. Of course, there's no one else that I would rather be doing this for. I know you would do the same for me, and this is what we do.
Jem, you are a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. And
I think
she,
probably
I
cup your
think,
cheek.
and she'll kiss you on the forehead. And I would like to actually comfort and support. Because I've noticed you've got 2 conditions at the moment, and I want to get that down before you go off on your own.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh. I got a 6.
Do you have influence over?
I
Jem?
do, yes. So
Is that including your +1 from your influence?
No, it's not. Thank you for that, David. So that goes to a 7.
Phew. So on 7, if they hear you, they mark potential clear condition or shift labels if they open up to you.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna hear you. But I think Jim's gonna kind of shake her head and you're one to talk, Izzy.
Cool. So
And
let's.
I think the ending shot of that little bit is just a close up of her, and there's a tear in her eye that's slowly running down the chin.
So we flip the page to. I want to see how fast you get there, dynamic, and how much trouble as a result Lux is in. So I'd like you to unleash your powers, and if you get a 10 plus, you get there before Kitty puts her foot in it, and then it gets increasingly bad.
I get middle of the road again, 7.
And a 7 to 9. So Lux has sort of come to the outside and said, I'm here to say. She sort of standing and eyeing up and straight into the face of Alderman Wilson, going like, "Hey, you can't say that about the Tri-Town Guardians. We've defended this city from all sorts of threats." And it said, and as an official member of the team, I'm here to put you straight. And the older one sort of smiles at this wonderful media opportunity. To which point, I think she says, and says, and he says, "Is that the case? So maybe, young lady, if you're here to defend our neighborhood, you could give us the location and a way to contact Oriflame so they can come in and answer these vile accusations against them."
And you know what? I think I'd like to do another unleash my powers as I arrive, because I am a electromagnetically powered superhero. It feels like this is what's the best way of shutting down a news conference that's going wrong is turning the cameras off.
Definitely. Unleash that power.
Well, that's a flat 6, but I'm going to spend the team selfishly to bump it up to a 7. Can I do that?
You can count for this position. I think we've established that effectively Lux would count as a member of your team, so you can. Well, she can't spend for you really, or maybe she can. No, just be selfish because this feels like
Oh no, I am
idea.
being selfish. I'm not
Yeah, that's
helping
fine.
out entirely. I am. I think that what it is that Lux is cut off mid speech, so it looks quite like she's about to say something, and then it's very. And I think there's even like a crackle, like a flash of light on the cameras, maybe that like to the viewers it looks as though it's just whited out, or is this super powered light powered teen? To the people in the thing, the cameras have just suddenly all gone.
So on a 7 to 9 mark a condition, or I'm going to tell you how
Oh yeah,
unstable temporary.
yeah. Well, I'll mark a condition. Insecure.
You hit the ground coming in dynamic style as just as she says, he said, I don't believe for 1 minute the grey ghost had anything to do with this. No one else hears this other than the alderman and yourself. And there's a look in Lux's eyes as she realizes that she's just done something stupid.
Luckily, that was. Oh, was that one still on camera?
No, it wasn't on camera.
Yeah.
Only you, Lux, and Alderman Wilson heard that.
I land with a smile next to the alderman, and I say, "Alderman, good to see you here. You're who was it? Who's at the hospital again? It's Alex, the friend,
Yeah.
right? Like, you're here to check in on all those victims of the Scarlet Lady, yeah? Good to see, our elected officials finally doing something about Tri-Town."
He says, "Cut the crap, dynamic. This isn't your TV show. This is about really keeping the neighborhood safe. We had none of this nonsense before you and your costume goons came into town."
And he looks over the skyline to Vanguard Tower off in the distance. And he says,
You're a menace to our community and no real part of it. And he's telling you who you are.
"Oh, well, I definitely reject that. To be honest, I don't think there's many people that I accept what they tell me about." That is a 9.
So on a 9, you can clear additional mark contention, shift a label, or clear their influence and take +4 against them.
I will, immediately clear my insecure from that, as I'm used to people telling me that, don't belong, not doing the right thing, that it should be done a better way, the safer way, the whatever, right? Like we're right back on the sort of, message from authority that has been the team's whole shtick to begin with, frankly. And then it's just like oh yeah, where were you when the 5 families broke, were taken? What were you doing, Alderman? What were like? We saved people's lives, and he just starts listing off like people, like one by one, like the people that they've saved.
He's barks back at you. "I was on the street doing my job." He said he sort of searched back, the names of the people that he dealt with, and he said,
Yeah.
Now the cops, the police, officers who train all their lives, being replaced by super freaks like you.
Well, put your money where your mouth is, Alderman. Do something to tidy up this town rather than look at the people, rather than take away the mop.
He says, "Don't you worry. I'm going to clean up these streets." He said, "I got a meeting with the mayor in the morning, and this is going to be dealt with. I'm telling you right now."
Oh yeah. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? You're gonna take down the guy, take us down, and leave the Scarlet Lady just all on her own, or what?
Elsewhere, watching on her hardened calm Scarlet Lady smiles and drinks a sip of prosecco and says, "Well, you did want a challenge, didn't you, Dynamic?" And she presses a button and says, "Stand in the animal house." There is a zap of energy. You can feel it, Dynamic, before you see it. It is the same electromagnetic interference that you felt when the teleporters went off when um, Beatdown and Sphinx were teleported out, and in the middle of the reporter crowd, you suddenly there's sort of a circle of people sort of looking around, and you see a series of various different creatures. One appears to be like a donkey, another a wolf. They've been augmented and are armed with cybernetic equipment and weapons, and one of them, the wolf, sort of says, says, it said, "Hey, we fancied a challenge. We're here to deal with you, Dynamic." Said,
Well, I think we get if we could have a moment of the panel where it's
Yeah.
cut back on Dynamic and the Alderman. Dynamic just looks back at the Alderman and is, you know what? You're right. All yours.
to which point the Alderman opens his jacket and pulls out his revolver and says, "I'll stand for this city."
Yeah, I'm happy to cut away on that
Yeah.
cliffhanger to another thing.
Let's turn the page to Nox in the firehouse. Lights are pretty much off at this present moment in time. No one else is in the building. You're probably saying that in the locker room where Grey Ghost costume is hanging up. As you put your hand onto it, yeah, sort of a flashlight comes up and you're sort of caught in its light. And it's Juanita Sanchez. Actually, no, it's not. It's Inspector Billingsby.
Inspector, fancy seeing you here. What are you doing here?
Said that I was waiting to see if Isabella made her way back here. She was spotted here earlier this evening. What are you doing here?
Hmm? Oh, I'm just grabbing this gray ghost costume here. You know, I sometimes get put on laundry duty, right? It happens. I guess that's what happens when you stay in the shadows. Laundry duty for you.
I see. It's wonderful to see the grey ghost reappear after so long away. Tell me, Nox, do you think the grey ghost is the same grey ghost as before?
You know, I couldn't tell you. I've never seen them out of costume, and I can't say that I really interacted with them previously. Do you think they are the same person?
Oh, I've got some suspicions of somebody else.
Really? May I inquire as to who?
It says, not sure. Just don't think they're the same person. Different gate. It's one of my specialities, gate analysis. Helps with superheroes and supervillains to figure out if you're facing the same person. She puts the torch away from your face and sort of puts it down to the floor a bit. I know you're trying to protect your friends. Said, I don't want to believe it either. But I mean it. You've got 24 hours, and this is what I've told Paladin. 24 hours to prove that evidence is incorrect, or I can't help you anymore. I think you're a good person, Nox. I think your team stand for something. And if Isabella made a mistake, if Oriflame did something, the best thing Oriflame can do is come forward and go through the legal system. All the work that you've done to help clean it up. Okay? We can't have people appointing themselves as guardians of the city and acting worse than the five families. I don't think you're like that. I think you're better than that. She's telling you who you are, but turning the dials of emotional manipulation at the same time. Are you going to accept or reject her influence?
I think I'm gonna reject that influence.
Then please roll to reject.
Okay. This is rolling plus mundane.
No, it's flat. It's just a straightforward roll.
Okay. Ha. 6, 6, 12.
Cool. So you can take 2 from the influence. You can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately asking to prove them wrong, shift a label, or cancel their influence.
Okay. So I can mark potential to prove them wrong? Or...
Yeah, you can mark potential or clear your remaining guilty condition if you want to get rid of that. You can choose one of those. You can shift one of your labels up and one down, your choice, or you can cancel the influence and take +1 forward against them.
All right, I think that I'm going to increase my potential. And then I think I'm probably going to come back and just be like, the system's as broken as ever. I think that if you really wanted to help us, you probably have the power in which to do that. Otherwise, you're not as in control of your people as you think you are. I don't do well with timelines and deadlines. The ball is in your court. Whether or not you're a good person, I think, is at stake here, not me.
This will get out of my control and it will escalate. And I'm warning you as a team of that now. I'm really sorry it's come to this.
You and me both. Thanks for the warning. But I've got laundry to do.
The TV has been left on in the room, and you did see that moment of Lux barking out at the alderman just as Dynamic arrives, and all of a sudden comes up the sign saying, "We're experiencing technical difficulties."
Oh boy.
Whilst Izzy on the rooftop, alone, no costume, and only your wits to protect you.
Where's the utility belt when you need one?
The moment you can sort of, you sort of feel it, this sort of something just behind you, and you're given a really sharp kick to the back of your legs and are sent down onto your knees, and the Rakshasa is behind you looking down at you.
You're a bit far out of your territory, aren't you?
Says, I make exceptions for mass murderers.
Strange. I don't make any exceptions at all. I'm basically gonna roll and spring up to my feet.
Okay.
So how do you want to do this?
You need to explain yourself to me right now, or this ends badly for you.
Were you around during the blackout?
I was here.
Did you see the firefight around the courthouse? The police pinned down?
I saw it.
Civilians trapped, held as hostages?
Yes.
I made a mistake, but I ended that without any loss of innocent life. But it was a mistake nonetheless.
Innocent life.
Yeah. I'm not happy with what I did. I'm not happy with what I did at all. And you know what? I'll have to pay for that. But not now. There's something I have to do first.
I don't think that choice is yours.
You're going to stop me?
If I have to.
You're going to stop them?
Who's them?
You're not the only one that can sneak up behind people, you know. And I will take a fighting stance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That in mind, the sort of light around him sort of fades out, and he's doesn't seem to be there. Just like a hiss of smoke, and I'd like you to take a powerful blow as he suddenly appears to your right, giving you a really sharp kick to the midsection.
Okay.
You can roll with condition, so plus one
Yep,
to your roll.
that's a 9.
So 7 to 9, you get to choose one. You lash out verbally and provoke a teammate. There's no teammate around you, so you can't take that one. You give ground, your opponent gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions.
I think my opponent gets an opportunity.
A sort of a rope or a metal cable snaps itself around you, and he pulls you in and looks into your eyes. He says, "There's always a choice, and you made the wrong one. You're no worse, better than the scum on the street." He's telling you who you are.
Okay. And you know what? I think that's what secretly Izzy thinks about herself anyway.
So he's going to put your danger up, and he's going to put your mundane down, which I've just switched on you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
In fact, actually, no, I'm going to put your savior down. But you are restrained, and Fist is pulling back for a brutal blow. That would have still been a condition, mind you, so do mark a condition. How do you feel when those words cut you?
I think I feel. I think I'm angry about that. You know what? I don't have time for this shit. There's bigger things going on here than you realize. So take your best shot.
Says, sure, you got time. He said, next 25 to 30 once I take you in. and as you say, take his best shot. He takes you up on the opportunity.
Okay, and I'm going to hack his teleporter. Well, sorry. Have I detected any sort of power surges in my head with my system when he was teleporting?
No, it's not technical.
Okay,
It's,
so I'm not going to be able to hack.
powers.
Okay, so
But I think at the point where he's about to hit you again is where we see Nox. You come out of the window and are looking across the across the to the block where you see them, and you can see that Isabella's in
Nox is BRB.
trouble.
yes.
All right. Uh-huh.
Can I?
So
Can
what,
I just?
yeah,
Can
yeah,
I just have a chance to react before?
Yeah. absolutely.
He swings for me. I think I the rope that he's using, the steel cable.
Mm-hmm.
I think I grab it and basically twirl it around his arm, and basically use it to yank him off.
You're gonna need
Sorry, let me change what I just said.
Yeah,
I use him to pull him off
Yeah,
balance.
you need to directly engage a threat to
Yeah.
To pull that off.
Okay. That's a 7.
So 79, you can choose one.
Okay.
Resist or avoid the blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies. What it sounded like you were doing there was create an opportunity for your allies. Or do you pull them off balance enough that their blow didn't hit?
I I've got to. I think I've created an opportunity for the allies, so I'll take a powerful blow now as a result from being hit. I think I'm just trying to bind him and actually make it a bit more difficult for him.
Cool. So I'm just gonna inflict a condition, right? Because he hits hard, and you can feel your jaw. You're seeing stars as that gloved fist smashes into the side of your face.
Okay.
And
I think I'm afraid at this point in time.
yeah, I'm happy that you can join in instead, Paladin. So you see this as Rakshasa is pulling back for what will probably be a knockout blow. How do you react?
Grey Ghost, you wrapped some of the metal, some metal thingy around him, yes?
Yes, I basically I twisted the metal cable
Yeah.
around his arm and to basically try and restrict his movement.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Rakshasa is going for the punch on the Grey Ghost, and I just jump from the air and then like catch his fist right before he landing the blow. So I would like to appear and defend.
Roll with Savior.
Catch his fist before it lands. Oh, at least, or not this time. It's a 6. God damn it! It's hard to be awesome in this game.
You leap in. You grab their hand. To which point that cable around the hand, it just sort of looks at the pair of you before giving a roundhouse kick that sends Isabella sprawling off to the edge of the rooftop. And I'd like to take a powerful blow, Izzy, from the lack of defense from Paladin.
Okay, well that's a 14. So I think I go to the rooftop. I stumble on the edge, and I think I trip over and go over the edge.
So, Nox, you step out of the window with the Grey Ghost costume, seeing Izzy going over the edge and about to hit the ground. Paladin, how do you react? Do you continue to trade blows with Rakshasa, or try to save Izzy?
Yeah, I think seeing that my action didn't really help, I probably grab my gun and I say glue bullets, and I shoot at Izzy with glue bullets, trying to glue her to the rooftop so that she doesn't fall too hard.
Why don't you try to unleash your powers?
It's an 11.
So, do you want to describe what this looks like?
I'm just thinking. So he kicked Isabella. She was on the ground, so she was probably just on the edge, just like falling, going to fall off the edge.
Yep.
And the glue bullets just hit right enough so that she's like hanging like face down, looking down the fall from the roof, but the glue bullets are holding her from like falling down. We see like a Spider-Man, almost like a web glue, just like holding her from falling down over the edge.
Cool. The blow was enough to knock you senseless, Grey Ghost, because you were taken out of the fight. But as you do that, that's what you come out to see. Nox, how do you react? Rakshasa is going to take the opportunity to exit visibility from the scene using one of their moves.
Yeah, I think that Jim probably, or Nox probably muttered, God, I'm gone for 2 minutes. And they are fighting people again. I'm probably going to run over to help Izzy up.
I think Izzy's out cold. And her jaw is at an unfortunate angle.
All right, yeah. Am I gonna have enough strength to like pull Izzy over from like back over?
Between the two of you, I think so. Yeah, I will make your roll for that. But Izzy is out cold, and
I turn to Cyrus. What happened?
I'm sorry, do you turn to me or to
You. I think Izzy's
yeah like
conscious.
I'm not sure if I can answer because I think I'm like so what is Alexis doing, because I was in the middle of engaging him. So
no, you changed. Because you. That's why I asked you. Did you want to carry on fighting, or did you want to save Izzy? And when you've saved Izzy, Rakshasa is gone.
yeah, I do like a cowboy style, flip the pistol back into the holster, and I say, our friend Rakshasa was here to bust our friend, but he managed to beat her up quite badly. Yeah, and I just look around to make sure that he's gone, and I also approach Isabella.
What the hell was he doing in this part of town? He's never over here.
You know, I didn't get a chance to question him. I arrived almost at the end, just like to catch a blow and catch Isabella from falling. I didn't have a chance to have a chat with him. Anyway, let's get out of here because we are still on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Maybe let's go to the Mytok where Isabella can clear her up, can clear themselves up. I'm sorry.
Is it safe there?
I don't know, but Mitok always had our back, so I would hope so.
I guess we don't really have another choice. Nox kind of looks back at the fire station and kind of nods their head. Says, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Whilst you're having that lovely moment back across the hospital on the other side of town, Lux sort of looks up at you, Dynamic, and goes, I think I screwed up. Said, who are the guys over there? Are we going to need to fight them now?
We don't need to do anything, Lux. You need to make sure these people get back into the hospital, okay?
I'm not leaving you. We're
Hey.
a team.
Yeah, and I fist bump her and I say, yeah. And lesson 1 of teamwork: always make sure the audience is safe.
It sounds to me like you're trying to provoke her into behaving
yes.
like a responsible superhero, protecting the innocents.
Indeed. And that is an 8. A 9 even with the +1 from having influence over.
Do you want to spend the point of team selfishly by moving your superior?
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
That your superior is not loved. Yeah. So if you do that, you can lift shift your superior up and something else down. But that will turn it into a 10+, and then she will do what you says.
Yes. Yeah. I would actually move my savior up, but I don't. I've locked that stupidly. I will move down my my danger. Yeah, as I think, you know, the selfish part is I say, and as I say that, I also lean in and say, like, and you know, maybe I just say, like, just don't speak to any of them, okay? Just get them inside and
She looks like for one moment she's about to fight you back, and then sort of realizes how much she screwed up, shuts her mouth, puts her head down. To which point the donkey-looking one with the big gun goes, "Sweet, smoke them if you got them," and there's a click and then a blast of energy. But we'll deal with that in a few minutes' time. Let's take. Lux is throwing up bolts of energy, which are shaking and heralding the people away and defending them. So she has. Unless anything goes really wrong in the rolls, is going to protect the civilians, so you don't need to worry too much about them. The animal house, the 6 of them are spreading out around you. What are you going to do, Dynamic?
I look at the alderman and I say, you on the left or the right?
And he says, clicks back the trigger on the revolver, and he goes, "I'm never on the left."
Okay, David, take a fate point. Yeah. And Dynamic is going to directly engage, and I think the first way that happens is a car just comes like, you know, swooping from the, like, we're outside the hospital, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like a car just gets yanked up the sort of slope coming up right straight, just gunning for the crowd of them.
You got
like,
cars,
being
you got
pulled
ambulances,
towards
you got
them.
press vans. It's all over the place, right? There's
Yeah,
even the alderman's limo is just there if you want to thwump them with the alderman's limo.
Oh no, I'm going to maybe someone will get dramatically thrown into the alderman's limo at some point.
Yeah,
But,
hit them
yeah,
with
but
a
I am
Fox News car because no one wanted that there anyway.
yes. I am using. There is an audience.
There is.
people here. So I am stage fighting. And that means I can use superior. I will mark. I think guilty, because I don't feel good about having manipulated Kitty just then, with a bit of a negative reinforcement rather than positive. And because it's my supreme, I get +3, so I now get 12 plus on the dice for directly engage a threat.
Which of the 6 of them would you like to engage?
So in the 6 we have
the wolf seems to be in the lead. You've got the wolf, 2 dogs, the donkey, the rat, and the monkey.
Donkey, rat, and you know what? The donkey has that big gun.
Yep.
It's I think that car comes like crashing up. Some of them dive out of the way and then slams into the donkey as it has that big bucktooth look of surprise on its face.
Yeah, he was about to say smoker when he got him, and this energy weapon does look like it's a vicious thing. It's a ball of energy about this big about to hit you. But choose your 2 options then from direct engage a threat.
Well, I resist or avoid their blows.
Okay.
And I surprise the opposition. And I'm also going to trigger the move they took, bull in a china shop, to choose an additional option if I inflict significant collateral damage, which
Sure.
I think I would like to suggest is exactly as you said with that limo, that I'll take something from them, which will be some of the fancy energy weaponry that they've got, and perhaps it even accidentally discharges into the side of that limo as it goes flying out of his hands.
Just thinking, it sort of knocks him sideways, sprawls out of his hand, and this a big energy ball. In Doom weapon speed, this is like a BFG, right? It just goes boom and hits the thing, and this limo goes. To which the alderman goes, "That was my car," and shoots.
And I say, "This is why we need the Second Amendment."
To which point the you dealt with that, but you are, I'm afraid, substantially outnumbered. So the wolf brings up its sniper rifle. A scope goes over its eyes, and you see a blue dot on the alderman's forehead. What are you doing, Dynamic?
I am. I'm going to sit back and let the alderman get his head blown off. No, I'm not going to do that.
Those are legit choices.
Yeah,
always choices. They'll never come back to bite you 3 issues down the line, will they, Izzy?
No, I mean, this is probably one of the only games in recent memory where I'm not playing a sociopath will do anything to get the job done. So Dynamic will, I think, he's quite far away. What he does is he grabs, he just sends the car door flying from the limo that's blown off, and it's going to basically like body tackle the alderman with the car door, like slam him out of the way.
Roll with Savior for your defend.
Seven. So
it costs you, but you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Mm-hmm. I get to choose.
Yes, you get to choose.
Oh, I mean, I definitely escalate the situation, I guess. Oh no, you know what? I expose myself to danger, I think. Like in front of the cameras and in front of the alderman.
Cool. So that swings in front, and the alderman is sort of sent sideways. The bolt that comes out again uh, explodes the brick behind, like it was a melon, and there's a look of horror in the alderman's face. But as you are doing that, the small pug-like dog engages its cybernetics, and suddenly you have a losing sense of direction, of whether you're up, you're down. It's mucking with your senses, and you're going to take a powerful blow.
Oh, it's like Count Vertigo coming at me. Yeah. I am just thinking that I've stepped into a Grant Morrison Vertigo comic. That We Three one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was it was an aesthetic that I didn't realize I was going for until I started putting the board together.
Take a powerful blow.
Remember to add
Oof,
one
I
to
got
your
a 10
roll.
plus.
Ooh. So on a 10 plus, you must remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself, your powers in the most terrible way, or 7 to 9 from the list below.
I take 2 from the below. I give ground. I'm like the swirl of objects that have been like bandying around, like the storm of metallic stuff that's been flickering around and distracting everyone, dies down as I, crash to the ground. And I this might not fit entirely, but I like lash out verbally, in more a sense of just like Kitty sees that I'm in trouble. If that works,
Yeah.
I can change it for something else. If
No,
not.
I think that's fine. So you do that. So you're at the moment, you really can't figure out what's left or right or up or down.
Mm.
Weaving out with your powers is going to be difficult. So you do need to mark a condition.
Mm-hmm.
And Kitty, seeing that you are in trouble, all of the lines of light on her back and arms light up, and I suppose where Nox is made of shadow, Lux is always now made of entire sort of orangey yellow light. It's closer to a flame or a candlelight, really, but she does entirely light up, and erect a force field between you, them, and the alderman. Most of the innocents and the press are out there, but there are still people there. But she sort of like puts herself around you, and this energy bubble just sort of surrounds you all. You can see outside then, as you're sort of trying to gather your senses. One of them, the small mouse sort of loads up and pulls out its energy weapon and is shooting indiscriminately into the crowd, only for about 5-10 seconds. But there is that moment of the fire, and you can see bodies hitting the ground, and then you're sort of clearing your senses, and she sort of the wolf says, "See you soon." And then there's a bolt of energy, and all of them are gone. Your head is clearing. The alderman is sort of picking himself up, and you can see that there is. You can see that the crowd, the press, the people nearby have. There are casualties in that crowd, and you spot. And how does, as I say, how does at that moment in time when he realizes that one of the people who is injured in that crowd is Jeff?
I think it's Dynamics staggers up and pushes past Lux and starts like bringing up like metal like sheets and things, like making it into like lifting people up and stretchers and calling for people, and then like he's pushing through and he grabs a body that's like lying face down and like smoking, and he turns over the body, and Jeff just like starts unconscious, like badly injured, and it just free last shot is just a Dynamics like hands clutched on his thing, like Jeff, comic big splash page with the speech bubble in huge like shocked lying.
Let's move the timeline a few hours later. Jeff is in coma, badly injured, but will probably pull through. Alex has come out of surgery and is okay. But whereas the team, well, before we even get to that, I suppose actually I can't move it forward that fast because I've got to deal with. Sorry, I forgot. I've got to deal with the ramifications there of where did Paladin, Nox, and Izzy go next? Sorry,
can I just say I'm happy to be like time passes until whenever. Like I don't need to have like moment
another
by
scene.
moment.
No, that's
dynamic.
fine. So we'll pick up this scene, and I think that's the ramifications of this will then bring the team probably back together. Okay, so where were you going? You were going to go to the coffee shop and to
Diner Joe's.
Mitox. So yeah, how are you coming through the front, the back? What's the plan here?
I'm thinking, yeah, is Isabella conscious and put on the Grey Ghost costume?
I think Isabella can come around about now as you sort of get it in a Mitox sort of looking at her going, whoa. He goes,
oh, what happened?
He says that's some good beating. And he sort of takes something out of a glass jar, which sort of is a bit unctuous and undulating, and puts it onto the bruise over Isabella's eye, and it's sort of pulsing at the bruise. He says, "Don't worry, this is great. I use it all the time. It's how I keep my skin so soft and youthful looking."
I look at his scaly skin and sure, Mitok, thank you. Oh, what happened? I remember those Rakshasa and then what's happening with my that hurts so much.
Said, yeah. And if you can keep your mouth shut for even 30 seconds, Jabba Chops, your jaw might hold itself straight. Otherwise, you're going to look real funny.
Look who's talking.
Goes, yo, that's just downright culturally insensitive, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, little sir.
Said, I ain't gonna apologize for what I look like, but you can damn well learn to respect me a little bit more and get the hell out of here with
no,
your
I was out of line.
Mitok, you know we love you. Mitok, you know we love you. Can you give us each a cold brew, and we'll be in the VIP lounge? And do you have some, aspirin for human painkillers?
I said, probably something in the back room for the baristas. He said, you guys stay in the back. They're looking for her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we will. Come and join us when you have a moment.
And Mishok, thank you.
Yeah. Says, hey, said, I'm not got no problem helping you out. Said, but if oh, okay, where am I sounding getting reverb from? Said, but if he says, I've got tunes and I've got a plan, and if you can just get Dynamic to listen to my mixtape.
I may not be your favorite person at the moment, but I'll see what I can do.
He said, well, I was talking to generally, but yeah, tell Dynamic I said hi.
I think it's this way. Live long and prosper. Yes.
He says, you should read a book, cut it with the cultural stereotyping.
It's a nerd culture. I'm not stereotyping. It's a nerd culture, you know.
Said, I don't watch Star Trek. I said, he said, I like baseball, and he sort of leaves. Anyway.
Yeah.
Your local team.
What's wrong with Star Trek?
Can someone help me with my jaw, please?
The thing that he put onto your face is resetting your jaw, so don't worry too much about that. You can sort of feel it pulling and tensioning, and your muscles and bones reweaving.
Not fun. I actually have temporal mandibular joint dysfunction, so my jaw does actually dislocate on its own.
Dear.
So
Sorry. If that's it.
no. I'm fine. If I wasn't fine with it, I wouldn't be playing it up.
Okay.
But
yeah, I suppose that after we go to the back barista room, Cyrus grabs some cold brews and some aspirin, and comes back to Jim and Isabella in the back and says, and this time I bring Sparky with me, and hopefully we are alone over there. And Cyrus says, hey, Grey Ghost, I'm sorry for bringing you on this plan and stalling, and now you're getting beaten up. But I really appreciate that you decided to go along with the plan. And I don't know, something nice, Sparky? Do you have something nice to say to Isabella? Come on, help me out over here.
Says, don't worry. You can hardly see a thing. Ooh, that's going to stay on. That's going to leave a mark. Oh.
you know, I think I preferred you before you could speak. And I'll bend down to fuss him. Ow. This is... Sorry, were you comforting and support there?
Yes, I was trying to comfort and support. Wow, I'm rolling hot. 10 on the dice, +2 for Sparky and influence, and -2 for condition. It's still a 10.
Yay. Excellent. I could really use that about now
It's
because
it's a 10 plus, right? So if it's a 10 plus, Isabella sort of can clear conditions, just less more potential, but on a 10 plus you can add a team to the pool or clear condition on yourself, Paladin.
Yeah, I will clear my head and I'm no longer angry.
okay. I'm happy to do this for you. I'm happy to Cyrus. We need to find your sister. Then we can take care of whatever we need to on our end. what actually happened during the fight at the skate park? I was a bit distracted at the time.
Well, I tried to talk her down. She wouldn't listen, so I disarmed her. But then she got pulled into this like teleporting technology. Oh, the whole point we are here at is actually to ask Mitok about it. Hey, Mitok, come and join us for a moment in the back room, if you can, please.
Mitok comes in.
Yeah, and I like take out this like really, aliens looking scanner, like a very old screen. It's like and it's like pulsing and it doesn't really record anything. And I say, Mitak, I really like that you and your people have moved in, but ever since the villain seems to be stepping up on the technology usage, and now they are using this teleporting technology. Can you help me to fine tune the scanner because I marked someone with a beacon and they don't register on the scanner, so I assume maybe you need to fluctuate for teleportation field whatever. Can you fine tune this scanner, please, to help us find the tracking beacon? We really need to find this person.
He looks at the scanner and looks at you and says, "Are you assuming just because I'm an alien, I'm also able to work with advanced alien technology?"
I assume that you are a very cool and competent person, and if you don't know how to do it yourself, you probably know someone who can help us.
He looks at the which is this Izzy's scanner? Is that what you've got here? I'm trying to.
I think it's I don't know. It's my scanner, so it's probably crappy. If Izzy wants to pull her own scanner and help with that's probably also as well.
Is it because we had Izzy's computer, which she was complaining wasn't working last time. So that's what I'm trying to figure out in the fiction what I'm positioning here.
Yeah. So the reason I keep on saying it's not working is because I keep on failing rolls with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going with the narrative that it's not working properly. So I can have a look at that if you want, Cyrus.
Sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, I've also heard through the grapevine, Mitok, Nox is going to stand up, kind of cross her arms and kind of like rise up to full height and say, I've heard that you're actually very good with alien technology. You wouldn't be lying to us now, would you? Holding out?
He goes, "Yeah, I'm totally a hacker king. I just wanted to play with Paladin a bit." Yeah, we'll have a look. Said teleporting, hey? Said wouldn't blame it on us, Paladin. Most people here came here with no more than the shirts on their backs. He said we were running out there, not looking to ship arms into your community. This community's been good to us, but still. He goes, "I'm pretty sure I can fix it or help you find someone who can." What are you trying to find with this?
I marked someone with a typical trace around, the GPS, and it doesn't seem to register. Like the person isn't in the neighborhood. So I don't know. Maybe they have other fancy technology. I just assume that your people, even if you were running, were intelligent enough to have some of your stuff mixing up with our stuff and GPS signal that now doesn't work. So
Remind me who you put a tracker on that you were able to find?
on my sister.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just before she teleported.
Yeah, he goes, "Leave it with me. It'll just take a little bit of time." So he looks at this sort of thing and he goes, "Really? 5G? Whoa."
I need to know what actually happened during that fight while I was out of it.
What exactly what details are you missing?
Well, I had my little incident with Lux, and then I really wasn't paying attention at that point. This was dynamic was involved. This surely was recorded. I want to actually have a look and see what this, what happened, what this looked like. If there's anything I can actually get from that, and let me get up Dynamic's YouTube channel and actually look at the footage.
Can I suggest that Jeff was live streaming when he was shot with the thing?
Yeah. Right. What were you trying to find in the footage? We'll get to what you saw in the most recent feed. But what were you looking back? Which fight were we looking back to there? Sorry.
I'm looking back to the fight in the skate park where he teleported off at the end. I'm trying to actually just examine the footage and have a look and see what actually happened, because I wasn't actually with it at that point. I was out of the action. But also, I have to ask a question here.
Mm-hmm.
When I watch this footage, does the footage of them teleporting look anything like what happened to the White Rabbit when I shot him?
Yes, it does. It's more stable, right? But where we have the White Rabbit, when you shot them, felt very much like something was badly happening with an energy fluctuation. But these sort of they just sort of wink out in a as if they're narrowing down to a single white strip, and then they're gone.
Izzy shakes, her hand shake. The tablet falls out of it.
Izzy, what is it? Are you okay?
I don't think I killed him.
Who?
I don't think I killed him. And she just turns around and hugs you. I didn't kill him.
Sweetie, who?
And she looks up at Cyrus. I don't think I killed your father.
I don't understand.
She goes and gets up the footage and then pulls it up and puts it up as a Tony Stark style. Actually, puts it up as a hologram. Watch this. And I played the footage back over and over and over of them actually flicking out in the effect. Slow it down. That's what happened with your father. When I used the stun blast, when I shot him, that's what happened.
So, do you suggest that he got teleported away, or that the teleporter malfunctioned?
I don't know, but I thought,
Wow, that's
I think he may be out there somewhere, or it may have teleported him somewhere else, or I don't know. I think he was trying to get away at the time. And there are tears streaming down her eyes.
I think Gemma's going to maybe escort Cyrus to like a seat or something, because I imagine this is probably a lot for him.
Yeah, Cyrus is like really in shock, and someone that can be alive. Wow, that's I don't know what I will tell to him if he is. Now is even more reason we need to find this like teleporter base, because maybe he's there stuck in the memory bank or something. Now it's even more reason we need to get there. Like there are two my they are holding two of my family members right now. Oh my God, if he's alive, this is so cool.
Okay. Mitok, do you have anything from that scanner?
She says, "It's going to take me a little longer than that."
Okay. Cyrus, give me the frequency of the GPS that you put on her.
Yeah, I give you.
Okay. And she, as he sits down cross-legged, and you haven't seen her this driven in months. You really, she's just eyes everywhere, and she's with it, and she's just doing it, and she brings up, she's going through different pages, and she's hacking the military satellites and the military early warning detection systems and phone systems to basically try and track down the signal. So I think that's an unleash my powers for my hacking abilities.
Yep.
And maybe to bring the team together, I think we would send. I'm not sure if we are up to the news what happened in the hospital,
Yeah,
but we would
well,
send a message to the dynamic to come join us at the Mitok.
Whilst that's happening, the video rolls over from that piece on dynamic channel into the live footage of the fight outside the hospital, where Nox, probably the one who's seeing this on the screen. You can see the fight as we describe it with Kitty and say Kitty and Dynamic, but you can see Jeff had the camera in his hand recording live, and the point where you sort of see the flash of light hit Jeff, and he hits the ground, nothing for about 2 minutes until it turns over and you see Dynamic's face looking down at Jeff and screaming out his name.
I think Jim's shit. Guys, we've got another issue here.
Let's just get the end of that roll, and then we can probably move things on a couple of hours. So, what was the unleash your powers roll?
I've got an 11.
Cool. Okay, so the scanner, you've managed to adjust to the frequency of the tracking bolt. The reason you weren't able to pick it up, now you triangulate signals, is it's coming from the main river at the edge of Union City, and it's coming from underneath it, probably about 100 meters down.
They've got a base underwater. They've got she's got an underground lair. What the fuck?
Why do supervillains always get the super cool layers? Why don't we have an underwater layer, guys?
Yeah, suddenly my fire station looks so bleak.
You know what? We may have. We need to find some way to get down there.
Well, if we are going there, we need to go and see what's happening with dynamic, because if we are going there, we need to, all four of us need to go there.
Oh, definitely. Why? What's happened with Dynamic? She says.
I think I'm playing the video for you guys.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. There's just no break from the villains. They are like.
Wait. Is that Kitty?
Yep.
Do you want to phone her? Oh, actually, no. Let me hack your phone first of all, so they can't track it back here.
Yeah, let's see if she answers. Although things are looking pretty busy over there.
Let's
call her on the way.
Let's move the clock forward a couple of hours, right? So we can bring the team back together.
Sure.
So as I say,
Some
Jeff
point
is
in between the
stable,
two panels.
Yeah. Jeff is sort of out of surgery, stable but in a coma. Alex is also groggy but come around in the panels between alderman. The alderman sort of says to you, Dynamic, and says, says, you saved my life. But don't think this has changed my mind on anything. You're a menace, Dynamic.
Yeah, well, all part of the gig. You gonna make sure this place is safe?
He sort of says, I'm not coming for you as long as you are going to take down those damn animals, whatever they are. I've never seen anything like it.
Me either. It's, things just keep getting freakier, right? You leave them to me, though. We'll get these boys back to the pound. And yeah, I like a temporary truce. You know, like I'd propose that we've got bigger problems than both of it, than either of our egos, Alderman.
Why
And
don't
I'm
you
like,
try
and I'm
and
like, I look around and I'm like, if only people were here to see me say that.
why don't you try and provoke him to see how he
Cool. I'm not particularly good at provoke at the moment, thanks to feeling guilty over manipulating looks. Which is a shame because I'm now on a 6. Yeah, I'll take the 6. I'm not able to provoke him.
That's fine. So he sort of nods and says, "Sure, truce." And we see him getting into not his car because that's broken up. But I think a helicopter has arrived and he gets in and he gets on. But you sort of see the chopper flying away. He goes, "Get me the mare."
Yeah. And you know, I think Dynamic is happy to appear in between panels with wherever the team wants it wishes to be.
Where is the team meeting?
Well, given that I'm in costume now, we can meet at the firehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but what is our, do we have a plan? You know, like what's our thing that we're going for?
Well, we have a location. We don't know how to get there.
You tried walking?
Yes, but I don't breathe water that well.
Oh, underwater, right.
No doubt there's going to be some sort of tunnel access, but we don't know where the tunnel comes up or where it goes.
Dynamic, don't you have like rich sponsors and stuff? Couldn't you like? I'm sure some of them have a submarine of some kind.
I look over at Cyrus. Yeah, I have one rich sponsor. Is this Kilgore Kid?
I actually have an idea for that.
I wanted to request some of the Precinct 13 underwater. They probably have something.
Well, do you know where I got? I'm going to hold up the alien computer. Do you know where I got this from?
You never told us, I think.
I found a crashed alien ship years ago.
I always thought you'd just boosted it off the Vanguard.
No, this tech's not human. It took me 6 months to learn the language that it's written in, let alone anything else. But there was an earthquake during the big fight, and I couldn't find the ship afterwards. If we can find it, I'm pretty sure I can use it to get us to the base.
What could possibly go wrong using badly misunderstood technology to go to a supervillain's lair?
No, you misunderstand. I know the language. I've read up on this. I I'm pretty confident we can actually. I can use this to get us in and get this done.
Can you
Well-
locate the ship?
I've got access to the military satellites at the moment and the military scanners. I'm sure I can use that to find it.
This all sounds very legal.
Well, since when have I done anything that's legal? Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it? If
Yeah.
Sounds better than requesting a submarine. They would probably like see us coming on the sonars for miles. So that's as good idea as any. I mean, it's better than any. Yeah.
And what are we waiting for?
Well, I've got to find it first of all.
Well, and how do we do that?
Well, give me an hour or two, guys. Go and get some sleep. Go and get some rest. I'm gonna need to work this.
Yeah, I'll bring then dynamic up to speed with what happened with at the police station.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Izzy, why did you have to go and confess to my stepmom about all of the stuff you did?
This stuff has been killing me.
By the way, I'm totally leaning into the thing that you told her about. You confessed to like killing my father, but not about all of these people. And she has the recording of you confessing to kill all of those people. This is what I'm getting at.
But there's no cameras in the room. I can't.
The inspector told me that that she came to the police station with the recording of you confessing to killing my father and all of those people at once. Like, did you really have to like tell her everything?
I didn't tell her everything. But why would she go to the police and not to you?
Well, Sparky told me that he has a suspicion about my stepmom being manipulated by the Scarlet Lady. So I think she might have been, the same as Alex and other people manipulated that by her. So.
Sorry, Alex was. Why?
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to Jem. Why was Alex in that group?
She was talking about like opening an email. And then I guess everything kind of went blank.
Sorry, someone's been sent out. So she sent out an email, and
I guess it
I've been.
I'm hesitant to say next, but
Okay. I have been saving an advance. I wasn't sure what to spend it on. I think I'm actually going to spend it on the 2 additional powers from my legacy at this point. And get Holmesian deduction and extreme athletics. Because I think I'm actually putting together with Cyrus's mother being manipulated, and Cyrus's money and contacts actually being used by Dynamic to put his media empire together. I think those emails are probably going to be going out from to the mailing list from the Dynamic fan sites and the like. And I don't know how you'd want me to do this. So is this an unleash your powers to find out if that's the case or not, or is it an assess or?
So if you're establishing that in the,
I'm worried that
fiction.
might be. I'm worried that might be the case, but what I'm using as a justification for that is one of my new powers now, which is Holmesian nest deduction.
So to draw that, it will be assessor situation. There's not really a detective move in masks.
Okay. So that's a 9. Does anyone have any objection? Do we have any team at the moment?
Yeah, you've got
Plenty,
6,
I think.
6, I think, in the team at the moment.
Okay. So I'm going to spend a team then. Caleb, where exactly are your servers located? Are you able to help me with this? I need to check something.
I don't know, Jeff's been taking care of that for so long. Look, I think I remember the password and log into the cloud, etc.
So if Will's okay spending that team,
yeah, sure.
I'm going to knock that up to a 10. And from the assess the situation, what is the biggest? Oh, sorry, I get to ask 2. So, what is the biggest threat?
So, yes, there is something that is infected Dynamics server, but it's not just Dynamics server. It is more connected into the so that the communications in the and the media in the area. But the dynamic list is certainly there is a sub routine there that you note has got a program which has been sent out hundreds of times, has been read by a number of people in Jem's well, I imagine that she's 18, college by this point rather than school, right? So but the college has been reading this email, and it started to turn into sort of people sending it out like a chain email, and part of it is a hypnotic a hypnotic algorithm that is causing to rewrite people's personalities, or to put hypnotic suggestions in.
Can I ask, do Sparky suggest that this might be the influence of the cat?
Yes. Well, yeah.
In fact, is it a video of cat pictures?
Yeah, it's dynamic with dynamic rescuing a cat for one of his earlier escapades. Going like, oh, so cute.
Yeah.
And then in background of that image, you spot it. And in fact, as you spot it and see it, I'd like you to take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Do you hear like Sparky like comment, Lord Dappercat?
That'll be a 7.
So you can feel the mental worm, so to speak. As you look at the picture, it is trying to subvert your will at the same time. Which would you like to choose from the 7 to 9 realms? To lash out, give ground, or struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions?
I think I'm going to oh God, which of these options do I want? I'm already on 2 conditions and just got down from 4 a few moments ago. I really don't want to put them back on.
You can lash out at Dynamic and tell him to burn his server to the ground.
Oh, yeah, but I'm always lashing out at Will, and I want to actually mark a change in.
What are we playing for if not for that?
You sure you're okay with that, Will?
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Because I've been trying to bring us more around the corner from that relationship.
Well, you can always lash out a Paladin or at Nox, right? It doesn't have to be at.
Fuck it. They were fucking using you, Caleb. They were fucking using you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it sounds like you're telling me who I am.
It does specifically to move into to provoke. Yeah, so on a 7 to 9, you lash out verbally, provoke a team to foolhardy action, or take advantage of influence to inflict a condition. I would. Are you rolling a provoke, or are you burning your influence on dynamic and inflicting a condition on them?
I think I actually have influence over me.
Well, it doesn't have influence. Well, yeah. So it'll have to be the provoke.
So I think I'm provoking you. They fucking using you. They've been using your fucking mailing list to get this thing out to people.
Roll the provoke, please.
Yeah, let's roll the provoke to see how dynamic takes that.
You've got to shut it down.
Well,
Can you roll the provoke move, please?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting too much into character. That would be a 10.
a 10. Nice. So on a 10, I
You do it and add a 2
Both.
to the pool, or you
If I
and
don't
you
do it.
don't do it and you mark a condition.
I look shocked and swear, and then like fumble my way through the the admin page and just hit delete, and the whole thing goes down. And I didn't take time to do it or anything, so it's like Dynamics website's broken. The whole thing is just all Jeff's hard work has now been undone in a moment of panic.
Fuck, this is bigger. This is bigger than. This is huge. We're not going to be able to deal with this on our own.
Like, we have nobody else to ask for advice.
There's always the Vanguard, but I'm not going crawling to them.
Fuck.
I mean, we can ask Bluebird to go with us to this. Well, we found their base, at least one of their bases. We know where it is. They don't know we know, so we still have an element of surprise. But we need to act on it quickly.
So let's
I
go.
think yeah.
We
Do we call him
those
Bluebird?
kids. Jem, that virus has gone round your school.
I know it.
We
Can we
have
make-
to make sure that they're safe before we go out there.
Garen, can we make space for other people to speak?
Oh, sorry, I do apologize.
No worries. I mean, what? And you're going to go around the school, and you don't even know. Like, if we hit it now. Like, it's payback time. I mean, I personally feel like this is the spring into action scene in the comic. Like wounded and injured, the team draw together for their last reserves for a strike back at the enemy that's been tormenting them for so long.
Cool.
If that's, I just don't see how like going to the school.
No. But
Yeah.
if we pass this to the police, they'll be too busy dealing with that to actually look for me.
But then what will we do?
No. If we pass the information on the school to the police,
Mm-hmm.
they'll
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
go out and deal with
Yeah, yeah.
that, and that'll take up manpower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure.
We can send an anonymous tip, like through or something.
Okay. Okay, let's do this.
Sure, I can call it in and divert some officers to go to those kids and make sure that they are not acting weirdly. I think it's better than an anonymous message. So give me a moment. That's a perfect idea. That's a really good idea. So yeah, I would probably like go on the comms and says, "This is Paladin. I'm requesting a home visit to this list of kids. I have a reason to assume that they might have been manipulated into doing some weird actions. So I request a supervision of those kids, a home visit preferably."
Okay, make your roll then to see if you can call upon those resources.
Yeah, I'm just thinking which move do we triggering? Do I request resources, equipment, or information? Or
You're trying to invoke
Invoking-
authority.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. 9 plus 2, it's an 11.
Your words carry weight. So Billingsby sort of responds like, understood. Good job. And so we'll get the cybercrimes team on there to see if there's anything we can do with this.
Thank you, Inspector.
But that, yeah. Are you? Yeah. So what's the next step from there? Because it feels like you say you are winding up to get into action.
I guess we find that alien ship now, right, guys?
Just don't forget you have one more question on your assess if you want to ask it.
Oh, you're quite right. Sorry, I forgot about that. So the question I was going to ask with regards to thing was how could we get that sorted quickly? And I think we've pretty much have an answer to that, which is what we've done for it. So
Yeah. That's fine. So yeah, the Precinct 23 will start dealing with that. Okay, but you want to try and find the alien ship? Yes, is that the?
Yes. Because we've got to run into future Paladin somehow.
Okay, so how are you going to find that to begin with?
I'm looking for its power source. I know what the sort of alien power supply that the computer runs off. I'm basically looking for that sort of the radiation that it puts out and the other things to give me a rough area of where it's likely to be.
Okay, so again, to extend your senses will be and unleash your powers.
Yes. And let me just. Yep, freak 2. That's a 9.
Okie dokie. So on a 9 to 10, are you taking a condition, or I'll tell you how it is unstable or temporary, or does someone want to assist with spending a point of team from the pool?
I'll spend a point of team from the pool. I can feel electromagnetic spectrum, so able to sort of tune in and out of Izzy's kit and sync it up with, no, that one feels tastes a bit like, synesthesia type stuff.
Brilliant. So on a 10. Unleash your powers. On a hit, you do it. So we have I'm guessing we have a general location of the actual ship itself.
Yes, it is. It is a good 30, okay, more than that, probably about 40 meters down. And it is located directly under Bagheera's.
Oh.
But there are tunnels and pipes to get you there, but it is directly under, say, Bagheera's.
Excuse me, under what?
The nightclub that Tony, the Tigerman, Ramon.
Oh, awesome.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, we were there last night with Dynamic. That's where we set up the fight with Beatdown.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
All that shit about neutral ground, and it's right on top of this.
Now I'm just gonna say this is a hangout for criminals.
It is.
If we're going there anyway, two things at once.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not some warm up?
the quiet way as usual then, right?
Yeah, you have got, just to be clear, you have got other entrances into it. You don't have to go
Okay.
through the front door. Okay. So there are other entrances because you found your way through tunnels previously. So, but where it is in location is underneath that location in the city.
Okay. I assumed you were going to have to go down through the basement of it, and
No, it's below that, right? It is a good 40, 50 meters down underground.
It
Okay.
was going to turn into Ong Bak, and we had to fight our way through the whole club before going down into the thing. Cool. So actually, I think that Diana would tell you that, you know, they're looking for Izzy, right? Like we wrap this all up, but through the club, breaking more things. Like if we get down into the basement, then you know we need a PR win at this point. So let's go through the basements, the sewers and stuff, you know.
Okay.
And he looks down at his stuff, his designer shoes, and goes, "God damn it!"
So are we doing like a frontal because I forgot. I'm sorry, the NPC name. Because I know that Bobby Ramon is somehow involved in the trade of those high-tech guns we are seeing recently. If we do a bust if we can
Ooh.
assault the club and bust him down and question him for information, it will be a big PR win.
So I kind of like the idea of Paladin leading us into a raid, you know, like a full-on. That you know, what we were saying, we could go through the basement, but I like the idea of Paladin leading us on a raid as like, you know, first time kind of official liaison to Precinct 23 kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, 100%. I'm down with that idea.
Okay.
Definitely, yes. Let's do this. Although we
A
only
completely
have...
different approach to our Izzy's previous, you know, lone wolf kind of tactics. Yeah.
So we're not going to have time to get into the fight today, but why don't we do some setup moves that anyone might want to make? So things like Paladin might want to roll before we got started, and I'll make a note of that so we can go straight in.
Yeah. I'm thinking whether to observe the club and do some assess the situation or call in the support. Yeah, I think.
Don't forget you've got your special move before we get started. So I would suggest that someone else was to do the assess the situation. You might want to use your playbook move. It gives you a hold in the background for the fight.
If it's okay, I can do the assess the situation. It makes sense that
Go
I can
for it,
stick around.
Nox. Yep.
What is that rolling with?
That is rolling with Superior.
All right, that's a 10.
So on a 10 plus, you can ask me 2 questions from the assess the situation list or anything else that you feel is.
Okay, so I guess my first question will be, what is going to be the biggest issue for us achieving this? Like, what is going to be our biggest danger?
Well, Bobby Ramon has goons on this place, and the biggest risk is that if you can't get past them quickly, it will give the other people inside the neutral ground of the club time to power or suit up or equip up ready to fight back. So you need to get in fast to ensure that they don't have a chance to fight back.
And then I guess, what is the best way we can neutralize the goons as quickly as possible?
So they're armed with these higher and these energy weapons that have been flooding the streets. So if you could disarm those in some way, then you'd just be fighting trained fighters and not people armed with weapons capable of doing you a great deal of harm. Anyone
Awesome.
else want to?
I'm just before the week gets started, I just want to ask my team. So guys, do I call in the SWAT support on this for a ground assault, or only the four of us are going through the club?
To which point Kitty slaps you on the back of the head and says, "Four? What am I, chopped liver?"
I did
Five
not
of us.
notice you were there.
And to which point Sparky looks at Lux and says, "Don't worry, he forgets about me all the time as well."
All right. The six of us going in, or do I call in the SWAT team to be there as well?
I mean, I personally think it would be cool to have like the police raid at the same time, like dealing with mooks while we deal like a huge, arresting, screaming people in cocktail dresses and stuff like that as things go crazy. But I leave it to the artist who's drawing the panels to decide.
Yeah, I'm just asking again because it's going to be complicated. If you're gonna have the police over there and Grey Ghost is going to be there,
I think in the chaos, it'll be possible. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the cops are going to be right behind us. The Grey Ghost is a fairly tricksy character as well. I don't know. It's fine if however anyone wants. My vote is for SWAT team.
Do we have do you have cause to actually raid this place, Cyrus?
Well, when I was there last time, Ramon did confess that he knows something about this gun trade, but he asked me to decide whether I want to follow my father's footsteps or not to reveal more information. So I do expect that I have a cause to call in a SWAT team because I totally expect him to be the arms dealer.
We need to get a warrant for that, though.
Well, this is it, isn't it? It's whether or not we're going to push our luck and hope that it works out, and or
that's why I'm asking. I can call the inspector and ask her to get the warrant, and then the SWAT team. But
do you know what wouldn't need to have a warrant for you to go into a property for? If a hunted fugitive was seen there?
Yeah, that is a cool idea. That is a great idea. Isabella Torres has been spotted at the club. Yeah, I love that.
And that would put me on the inside as well.
Yeah.
If you want to play it this way, I'm totally fine with it. I just didn't want it to suggest because it's a touchy subject. But yeah, definitely we would not need a warrant in this situation. Do you want to play it this way?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'm gonna have to call it in then.
Okay. Let's make that roll.
So I probably go for the comms and I say, Inspector, this is Paladin. I have located Isabella Torres. What's the name of the club? I totally forgot.
Bagheera's.
Do we have the name of the club written somewhere? Because
yeah, I'll put it in. I'll put it to the.
Do we have like a? I don't know where to find the name of the club.
I'll put it next to the character sheet. I'm typing it in the chat now. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going as fast as I can.
Sure. Yeah. So I say I have located Isabella Torres in this club. I request a ground SWAT assault while I go in and try to arrest the fugitive. I'm rolling dice. It's it's interesting. It's 7 + 2. It's a 9.
And I think I'm actually helping with that as well, because I am actually going to be seen outside the club and being picked up on club security cameras and the like.
Okie dokie. Let me take another point of team away. And
I love this double-edged sword. The resources are highly classified or experimental, so this is gonna be, I don't know, a team of cyber ninjas. I don't know.
I just love the idea of, yes, I'm with the police department. Oh, which department? The Cyber Ninja department.
dude,
More
that's
psychotic.
fundamentally the entire principle of GI Joe. It's all okay. So Billingsby says, "Yeah, we're ready."
Cool. So I guess the last part of the operation is for Cyrus to be seen on the opposite rooftop, just looking at looking through some zoom optics at the bodyguards, at the Ramon himself, at the other people over there, and getting ready to bust in through the ceiling.
Okay, so I think we see that, and I think on that we'll turn the page on today's issue. Whilst today's letters page is from Mitok on how to write effective rap anthems. And let us close down with our end of session moves. I'm going to continue sort of wrapping around a little bit there. So we should be opening. With. Sorry, 2 moments. So end of session move today. We'll start with Paladin. Did you grow closer to the team, away from the team, or?
Yeah, I definitely grow closer to the team because even though I asked Isabella for an extreme danger to stay as wanted fugitive, she decided to go along with the plan and help me to somehow get my sister back. So yeah, she made me feel really welcome and helpful. So please arrange my labels.
Okay, I think I'm going to put. I think we've seen a human side of Cyrus today. So I think I'm actually going to put your mundane up, and your danger down.
Ouch! Just before the fight.
Dynamic. Same question to you.
I will say closer to the team, and if I might, I would say that it's to Lux, in fact. So I would ask you to shift my labels, David, and I think it's because Lux was there at the fight. She protected people, she saved people, and we, who knows how badly Jeff could have been hurt if she hadn't been there.
Okie dokie. Did your savior get knocked down from 2 to 1 somewhere?
My savior.
Yeah, I thought you locked your savior at 2, didn't you?
No, I locked it at 1.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It was mainly because I just didn't want to lock superior at 3.
Yeah.
It's too high to.
Because she needed to leap in to assist you. She's going to put your superior down and your freak up.
Thank you.
Nox?
I feel like I grew closer to the team. I feel like there was a lot of emotional highs today. And I think that it was actually Cyrus that I grew closer to. I think that like seeing that moment of like him realizing, oh my god, my father's alive, like, oh my god, I need to find my sister. I feel like that really spoke to Jem. And so if Cyrus would like to move my labels.
Jem. Yeah. I think we see you caring for everyone around. I think I will boost your savior. And
Freak is quite often the opposer to savior, so you could always put freak down.
actually, have we seen today you using your shadowy powers? I got savior up, freak down. So yeah.
Okie dokie. And Grey Ghost.
I grew closer to the team, and I think it was Cyrus. Him not instantly turning me in was the start. That moment when I realised that I wasn't responsible for killing his father, I trust him fully, and you get to shift my labels as a result, Power.
I guess your danger goes up. You are the most wanted fugitive right now in the city, and your mundane goes down. Danger up.
Okay. And then we'll roll around with stars and wishes from there. So, Paladin, do you have any stars to give out for today's?
Oh, this was such a good. I love seeing dynamic fighting. I have so many thoughts about the Thor Ragnarok when Will describes dynamic appearing, fighting, and everything. I loved it. It was really interesting to see this. To see the Isabella Grey Ghost wanting to go in and then deciding to go with me and then being almost apprehended by the Rakshasa and dealing with this. It was cool that we have seen Metok today. It was also cool to see Lux standing on her own, almost giving Grey Ghost, but then joining the fight. Stars all around for all the stuff that was happening today.
Will.
The NPCs, as always, like Pavel just said, never on the left, definitely. That was great. And I really enjoyed, the idea with Izzy at the end with the being in the club kind of thing, because that's a perfect thing of like maybe even Izzy inside the club, blending in with trying to blend in. It's such a movie comic book setup for the next issue. And obviously the same thing we always say every week. But
cool. Laura.
This was great. I always love starting my mornings with this game. David, I really thought that the specifications for how you did the mind control with the students was really cool, and how it is rewiring a person's whole personality. I think just that concept is really great. I really enjoyed how Cyrus's confrontation with the inspector at the beginning we had, and that adhering to code versus the institution. I thought that was a really cool theme that we kind of played with. I really enjoyed Dynamics, as always. Dynamics catchphrases. They just bring me so much joy. And then I liked the selfish moves that we used with the team with Lux. I thought that was a really cool dynamic that we started playing with. And then Izzy, I really like how you're bringing with Izzy is bringing in the alien spaceship and stuff. I thought that was awesome.
Awesome. Go in.
Today has just been I consistently come away from every one of these sessions smiling, and that's because of you guys. This is so much fun. It's honestly stars all round. I expected to actually be going in and being led into the station and doing the whole thing, and the fact that Cyrus wouldn't take Izzy in never had occurred to me. I assumed we'd be doing that, and I'd be trying to break out in the thing. That moment, that was totally left field, and that's a huge star for me because it sets up so much interesting game. Thank you, Powell. That's just brilliant. Laura, Gem just remains. I love her, and quite literally, in character and out of character, I love her. But it's so nice to have someone where we've established an in-character relationship and actually play along with that. To me, that's the emotional core of the game. The fact that everyone here is so given, and thank you for that. The conversations Izzy and Jem have are just, they. What was it you said earlier? It gives you the warm fuzzies. It's the same for me, exactly that. And I was going to compliment Will now, but he should have actually left the desk. So I'll move on to David and get back to Will when he gets back. David, the NPCs are consistently brilliant in this game. I love what you're doing with the plot. I love what you're doing with the actual things itself. Is it too early to start asking about a season 3 yet?
I think we need to get to the end of season 2, right? Because I say we'll see what's Mass is a mid-length game, so we'll see where we are in.
That was a joke, but not at the same time. But no, I've loved everything you've been doing with this, and the fact that consequences are coming back and are such a major part of the story. I love, and Will, thank you for letting me. The instinct I had was to not actually push the antagonism between Dynamic and Izzy at this point, because I really want to actually do that whole journey and actually.
That's entirely separate to our ideological battle,
But thank you for actually being okay with that and actually encouraging me to do that. That shows such character from yourself when you're more than happy to have your character suffer negative effects as a result of one of my roles. Thank you very much. And
cool. So let's go back on the same order for any wishes that we want to trap for next time we're ongoing. Pavel, any wishes from you?
I just wanted to say that I hope my today's shenanigans didn't throw anyone's plan of the stuff, because I really wanted to pull in to see Metok, because we wanted to have aliens and we didn't yet see them. So that's why I pushed for to include Metok today. Wishes. I'm really looking forward to the spaceship and whatever we will find there. I really wish that I really wish that we still have this like mid-season finale now, and then, because us going to the base would be like too soon, I think. So it's really cool that we decided to let's bust the club, let's go to the ship, and then let's get to the base. It's really cool, and I wish that. So my wish is that we maintain the appropriate, I don't know, structure, whatever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the ship, maybe meeting my future self. And there's so much drama incoming. I'm not sure I'm able to handle this. My mom is a traitor. My dad might be alive. My sister might be alive. And my future self is here. I don't know. I'm looking forward to all of this.
Good. Will, any wish?
I'm looking forward to Paladin being, like Super Cop on a raid into a club full of supervillains and other such weird stuff, and then we go onto an alien ship. So that's going to be great. More weirdness, more animal mutants, and mind controlling supervillains and stuff like that. I'm all down for it.
Cool. Laura, anything?
I'm looking forward to some team scenes, like the whole team. I think that's gonna be really fun. I've missed being in scenes with dynamic. I feel like I haven't gotten to do as many, and I'm missing that. But yeah, more of the same. I'm really excited to see all this drama unfold.
Awesome. Garen?
I'm just happy to play the game. Pretty much everything I want to see has already been raised. So yeah, no specific wishes at this point.
My wish is that Lux tries to take Izzy in. Because if no one else is going to do the law enforcement, then she will.
I have been expecting that, if I'm totally honest. That seemed to be the natural way that things would go and be it. Actually, can I change that to one of my wishes as well, please?
Yeah, I've noted it down, but yeah, that's fine. But I think Lux is going to go like, why would you not?
Yeah, I added a wish that maybe we will, but that maybe we are able to, if Dad is alive and Sister is there, to turn them against the Scarlet Lady.
Let's see if that is possible. I will
Yeah.
say, right, that supervillains are supervillains, and any hope or justice you take from them tends to be temporary, because those are the rules of comic books. Sometimes Norman Osborn is a good guy, but Norman Osborn is not a good guy. Those are the rules and the tropes. Cool. Thank you as always, folks.